Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is just going to be a chill, get ready with me drugstore makeup tutorial. I'm going to do my full face with all drugstore products that you guys have recommended to me. I made a post to my community page literally months ago asking you guys what your favorite drugstore products were, and I just compiled like a mental list. I ended up making multiple orders, getting new products, and they've kind of been sitting there because I've had so many new releases to review and things like that. So pretty much everything I have in front of me is drugstore. A lot of it is under $10. The only thing is that my tools are not all drugstore. Some of them are, but most of my brushes are Sigma brushes, and I plan on using a pair of $12 lashes. So that's the only thing. But if you guys want to see me complete a full face of makeup using drugstore products that you recommended, then just keep on watching. So my face literally feels so dry right now that it's like pulling at me and it just feels uncomfortable. So I'm hoping that the primer that I chose is going to be somewhat hydrating. This is the NYX Bear With Me Hydrating Jelly Primer. I haven't even opened this yet. Honestly, it's been weeks since I made most of these purchases. So it literally looks like jello, like super odd texture. I'm gonna try to pluck some of this out with like the back of my nail. I'm just gonna dip in here. Ew, this is really gross. Look. Ew, it looks so weird. Such a gross, weird texture. Oh my god. So I just kind of put the clump on the back of my hand, and I'm gonna dip in with this duo fiber brush from ColourPop. This is what I normally use to apply primer. And I'm gonna put this all over my face because I'm so dry. It did stick to the brush, thankfully. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be, but I'm wondering if this is going to be kind of like a gripping primer, like the Milk Makeup Gel Primer. Very odd consistency. I didn't really know what to expect with that, but it could be good. So for foundation today, I have a tried and true. This is an old favorite, but I did pick up a new one for this video. This is the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation. This is one of the most #1 recommended drugstore foundations. When I asked you guys, I have the shade 00BB Nude, and I have a feeling it's going to be way too light for me right now because I do have self-tan on my body. If you're wondering, it's TanCeuticals self-tanner. I personally would rather have my face makeup be too light than too dark for me, so if it is too light, we'll make it work. I'm just going to pump some of this out onto my Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH08 brush. I think the color might work. I'm just going to do a few dots around my face. I probably pumped out too much product, honestly. I remember this being really full coverage. It's definitely going to be too light for me, but I kind of don't care. So I'm just dotting this out first, and then I am going to blend it out with my beauty blender. That is a $1 sponge from Shop Miss A. So this is the Paw Paw Wonder Blender from Shop Miss A. To kind of catch you guys up, if you are wondering where I've been, I've just been focusing on the Anastasia releases, so that's pretty much all you've got from me. I just had a birthday. I turned 26 on the 13th, so that was fun. I spent a lot of time with family. I've been spending a lot of time training in the gym. I've just been broadening my horizons a little bit outside of work. And honestly, I've been keeping my distance from the beauty community because even though we have a great community in ourselves, in the subscribers, in you guys, the beauty community as a whole is kind of effed right now, and I'm sure you know that. But I'm just not into the drama. I'm not into the canceling. Yeah, sometimes I will get sucked into watching the drama videos, especially when a serious topic comes up. Like, I do want to know the tea if someone did something bad, you know, but oh my goodness, it's just been crazy. So I have two new concealers. I have the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer, which I've never tried. I also have the CoverGirl True Blend Undercover Concealer. Again, I've never tried. I'm not sure how I want to do this today. I feel like both might be a little too light for me. I don't know. Maybe we'll do a little bit of both. I'll start with the CoverGirl underneath my eyes, and maybe I will do my eyelids with the e.l.f. I also have a powder at the ready. This is the CoverGirl True Blend Minerals Loose Mineral Powder in the shade 50 Translucent. So after I'm done with concealer, I will go in with this powder. So this CoverGirl concealer is in the shade Classic Ivory. My under eye wrinkles are not playing today, like they are extreme. So I'm just gonna pop this underneath and just do the typical brightening triangle since this is so light on me. I might end up having a lot of work to do with bronzer later. All right, so I just added some of that to my high points, and I'm gonna blend this out and hope that it doesn't crease. I don't care where something's from, if it's drugstore, high-end, it doesn't matter. If it works amazingly, it does get worked into my routine. So another reason why I love doing these videos is because I get to discover some products that work really well for me, and then I can use them every day in my normal life. Like this sponge, for example, there's literally no reason to go out and buy a $20 beauty blender when there's a $1.55 sponge on the market that's just the same, if not better. This is flattening the hell out of my under eye wrinkles, which is mind-blowing to me. So honestly, I'm just gonna follow up with powder as I am blending this out so that I don't lose that flatness, because that is crazy. Picking up some of that translucent powder, I'm just gonna pop it right under there. That like somewhat erased my under eye, which is crazy. I know that it's supposed to do that, but I don't normally get such a flawless under eye, so that's awesome. This is pretty high coverage for a drugstore concealer. It's so windy outside right now. I'm sorry if you guys can hear that. It's crazy out there. I'm going to take some more of this translucent powder and I'm just going to tap it all over my face before we start the eye makeup. I just want to make sure that my face is set. Actually, first, before I carve out my brows, I'm going to go in with the CoverGirl Easy Breezy Brow Gel, and this is in the shade Clear. I'm going to pop this open. I just want my brow hairs to stay still while I'm doing my eye makeup and for the rest of the day, of course. I like clear brow gels because I have natural hairy brows. I always need a gel to keep them in place. Okay, so I'm taking the e.l.f. Camo Concealer and a flat brush, and I just like to shape up my brow before I do my eye makeup. I'm just going to buff that out and use it as a base on my eyelid with my Baked Precision brush from Sigma. And this is what gives my brows the illusion that they're drawn on even when they are fully natural. This is the ColourPop You Should See Me in a Crown palette. It's a $40 palette, but it does come with 24 shades. And if you did want to buy the shadows individually, I believe they're $5 or $6 individually, so they are very affordable. So I decided instead of going in with like a Maybelline palette or something, I would go in with this because it's still affordable. And I did have a lot of requests to use this on my channel. First up is the shade Ringer. This is going to be my brow bone highlight, but this looks like it could be used as a face highlight as well. And I'm going to pick it up with my Sigma Lash Fan. This is my baby fan brush that I love for brow bone. If you guys didn't know, these fan brushes are meant for client work. They're meant for putting on mascara, which is the weirdest thing ever. But I use it for baby highlighting. So I'm going to put Ringer right underneath my brow. That is absolutely poppin'. And honestly, I'm so excited to be using this palette on my eyes because I tried to do a swatch post with it and I don't think it swatched the greatest. And so I feel like it's only using it on the eyes that's going to tell me if it's a good palette. This is the shade Conundrum, and I'm going to go in with a detail blending brush from Sigma that's not even clean. This is the E27. I need to clean all of my makeup brushes. I just haven't had the chance. So I'm going to place this into my crease. I'm going to start by tapping and then blending. Bear with me because I know I need to bronze up my face. Like, I keep staring at myself and seeing James Charles Flashback Mary, and don't worry, I will fix it. So this is a matte dark brown called Feathered, and I'm going to pick it up with the same brush. This brush is really good for multitasking. I use it to pack all over the lid and to blend, and it's pretty precise for both. And I'm going to start by tapping it in the middle of the lid. And I'm going to keep building that up. It's not the most pigmented brown that I've used, but that's not a problem because it's buildable, and sometimes that's better with a dark shadow. So it's looking good. I'm just going to go ahead and even out the other eye. Okay, so I just got inspired to try something different. I just blended that shade out. Now I'm going to go in with a base. This is not Drugstore, this is Anastasia, but you could use concealer if you want to. So I slapped on a little cut crease right in the middle of the lid for a halo eye because I'm going to go in with this beautiful fiery metallic. This is called Not Okay Metallic. And I'm picking this up with the Sigma Cream Color Brush. And this is going right into the center of the lid and a little bit overlapping the edges. And all of a sudden the look is giving me fall Halloween vibes, and I love it. So I'm taking another metallic. This one is Material Girl. And this is gonna go on my lower lash line. This is like a shimmering brown. I'm taking a small smudge brush from Sigma, and I'm gonna put this on my lower lash line, kind of covering up my wrinkles. And I'm gonna run over that with the blending brush from earlier. Then to help my eyes kind of pop with this smoky look, I'm going in with the Pixie Eye Bright Eyeliner. It's a nude eyeliner, and I'm going to put this in my waterline. Then I'm going to pop on my lashes and mascara. I'm going to go ahead and do this off camera. It's super boring and basic, but I'll let you know what I'm using. I picked up a new backup of my favorite L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara in Carbon Black. And then I'm using the Tarte lashes, which are semi-affordable. They are $12, so it's not too crazy, but they do last for a really long time if you take care of them and rewear them. But I bought the style Girl Boss. Here's Girl Boss, but honestly, I'm such a huge fan of a lot of the Tarte lashes. They just work really well for me, and I always go back to them. So I'm gonna pop these on, and I'll be right back to finally wrap up the face makeup and hopefully bronze myself a little bit. All right, so I'm back. My lashes and mascara are on, so it's most definitely time to bronze up my face. So I don't have a lot of new drugstore bronzers, if any, honestly. So I wanted to go in with my favorite first, and then if this doesn't do the job, I might have to hunt down another darker one. But this is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. It's always been my favorite drugstore bronzer. So I'm taking the big Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH02 brush, and I'm just gonna go hard in this bronzer. I'm gonna pick up a ton, and I'm gonna bronze the perimeter of my face. So I'm just gonna start in the contour area. Not really contouring, just kind of like darkening up the area. They do make this in different shades now, so if I had the deeper one, that would be perfect for contouring. I don't know if you guys can see, but it is making a difference, and I think my blush and highlight and everything will make a difference too. And again, I'd rather my face be too light than too dark. Let me see if I have a deeper shade for contouring really quick. Okay, so I took a dive in my collection and I found a Wet n Wild bronzer. This is the You're Dragging Me Down bronzer. Looks a lot darker than the Physicians Formula, so I'm going to take my Sigma Large Angled Contour. It's a more precise brush than the Morphe one, and I'm going to use this for contouring. So I like to make a fish face and follow the natural shadow. This is the Blush Crush blusher from Lottie London. You can find this at Target. This is in the shade Zac. Such a beautiful matte mauve kind of blush. So I'm taking the same brush that I used for contour. I'm going to pick this up and tap off the excess because it's very pigmented. And I'm just going to apply this to the forward portion of my cheek, my nose a little bit, my chin, because I need to add some color to my face. Then highlight is really difficult because there are a lot of highlighters in the drugstore that I love. I love Wet n Wild, Maybelline, but I wanted to try something new. So a lot of you guys recommended this Flower Beauty highlighting trio. This is the Shimmer and Strobe highlighting palette. It comes with a brush, but I'm not going to use that. So here is what it looks like, and I think because I am a little more tan, I'm going to mix the gold and the champagne, or maybe a little mixture of all three, I don't know. So what the heck, I'm just gonna mix all three shades. So going in with the lightest first, then the pink, then the gold. I'm gonna tap that off, and I'm gonna apply it to my cheekbone. It's actually very, very pretty. It's not as blinding as I thought it would be. It kind of gives a nice wet look to the skin. It's not too chalky. I didn't know what to expect, but I really like the results from this. And all three shades are really pretty together. I have been hitting my forehead lately with my highlight. And then I'm gonna take that gold on my pinky. Look how pretty that is. And I'm gonna put this on the tip of my nose and down the bridge. So for lipstick, again, I had a hard time choosing, but I had a lot of people request for me to use the new NYX Lip Lingerie Push-Up long-lasting lipstick, but this is in stick form. It's not the liquid. So I'm gonna pop this open. Mine is in the shade Lace Detail. I'm gonna kind of use the tip to line my lips. And then twist it up a little bit and use the center. This smells minty. It reminds me of the e.l.f. version of this I used to use all the time. It does feel kind of dry though, so I think I'm going to add a little bit of gloss over top. And I picked up a replacement of a oldie but a goodie that I have in my purse at all times. This is the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Creme Brulee. And I'm just going to tap a little bit of this into the center. And that is definitely a winning nude combo in my book. So I have one of my favorite setting sprays. This is the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. I need a new bottle because this is almost gone, but I'm going to go ahead and set my face. I'm going to go ahead and fan and set my face with my little Dollar Tree fan. So to finish up this look, I'm just going to add a little bit of the Soul Body Glow Oil. This is in the shade Rosé. This is a affordable dupe for Body Lava, products like that. I like to match my body highlight to my face highlight just for a little extra glow. And that completes this full face of drugstore makeup. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I do want to do more full face of blank on my channel, so if you guys have a recommendation for a specific brand that you want to see, then let me know down below. But I am excited to get back to doing what I love and hopefully have a little bit of pressure off when it comes to the crazy amount of releases that are coming out. So it would help me a lot if you guys would like this video if you enjoyed it, because this is not my most viewed type of video. So if you did like it, please support by giving a thumbs up. But I don't think I have anything else to say. I'm going to leave everything that I used linked down below in the description box if you want to check it out. But thank you guys so much for watching and for hanging out with me, and hopefully I will see you in my next video. Bye.